You spend years building your career, your reputation, and your business. Yet every morning you open your closet and it feels like something is off. You grab whatever works and you second guess yourself. By the time that you walk out the door, you've been already lost a little energy before your day even starts. That's not confidence problem. That's an image system problem. In this video, I'm going to fix for you using the outside-in method. Audit, address, achieve. The step that most men skip is the one that costs them the most, and I will tell you exactly what it is. And if you're watching this and you already know your wardrobe needs work, but you are not sure where to start, I want you to book an immediate clarity session with me. The link is right below this video. Now, let's get into it. Let's start with something that's happening whether you are aware of it or not. Your clothes are communicating right now. Every single outfit you put on, they send a message about your attention to detail, your self-awareness, and your standards. The question isn't whether you are being judged. The question is whether you are being judged the way you want to be. Here's a stat that put in the perspective. A study found that people form judgment about your competence and your status within the first 100 milliseconds of seeing you. Not 100 seconds, 100 milliseconds. Before you even speak a single word, and before you even shake a hand, before you even make eye contact, the verdict is already in. That's how fast the outside-in effect works. Thinking about the last time you met somebody and immediately felt like they had it together. Not because they said anything to you yet, but because of how they carry themselves, how they were dressed. You make that decision about them in an instant. That's the outside-in effect in action. Your appearance signals shapes how people experience everything else about you, your ideas, your authority, and your credibility. And here's the insight that changes everything for high achieving men. The problem isn't that you don't care about how you look. The most men who work with me care quite a bit. The problem is that you never had a system for that. You buy clothes reactively, event coming up, or did the sales catch your eye? So over time, you ended up with a closet full of individual pieces that don't actually work together. And every morning becomes that dreadful decision-making exercise that drains your energy before your day had even started. That's exactly why the outside-in method exists. And it starts with the step most men find uncomfortable, the audit. Let's talk about why this discomfort is actually a very good sign. Step number one of outside-in method is the audit. This is where you get honest. Not brutal, but not self-critical, just clear. I want you to look at your closet the same way that you look at your business. That you are thinking about acquiring, what's working, what's dead weight, what's missing entirely. Here's how to turn your audit in under 60 minutes. Pull everything out of your closet. Everything. Let it out where you can actually see it. Now let's sort every single item to 3 groups. Group 1 is the item that you wear regularly and you feel really great about wearing it. Group number 2 is the item you keep just in case, but rarely actually touch. Some pieces probably that even have a price tag on it. Group number 3 is the item that no longer fit or feels kind of outdated or simply don't reflect who you are today. Not who you were in the 5 years ago, but who you are right now. Most men are shocked to find that group number 3 is that their biggest pile. And that's not a bad thing. That's clarity. And the audit is just it's not just the closet clean out. It's actually clarity exercise. When you can see what you actually wear versus what just taking up the space, you stop buying the same mistakes over and over again. You shift from the spending to investing. That's a completely different relationship with your wardrobe. Here's a number that makes this really real. Research consistently shows that people wear about 20% of their 80% wardrobe 80% of the time. That means roughly 80% of average man, the closet is actively working against him, clustering his decisions, clouding his choices, and draining his mental energy every single day. So, after you've been sorting everything, I want you to ask yourself the one question for every item sitting in a pile number two. The question is, if I saw this in a store today, would I buy it? If the answer is no, it goes. You are not clearing space for the sake of minimalism. You are clearing space for intention. Quick question for you. Drop in a comment right now. How many items do you think actually in that 20% you wear all the time? I love to see your answer because the most is significantly underestimated, and the response is always starting a great conversation. And if you already know your wardrobe need work, book an image color session with me. The link is right below this video. Now let's get into step number two. Step number two is address. Now that you can see your wardrobe clearly, you know what needs to change. But here's where the most men make their next big mistake. They try to fix everything at once. They go on a shopping spree, buy a load of new pieces, feel great about for like 2 weeks, and they ended up right back where they started. The address step is about fixing the right things in right order. That sequence matters more than most men realize. Start with the fit. Fit is the single biggest factor in whether the pieces of clothing looks intentional or accidental. A $30 well-fitted shirt always look much better on you than $300 shirts that doesn't fit right on your body. Before you buy a single new item, take your best existing pieces to a tailor. We are not talking about the major investment here. Hemming a pair of trousers, taking a side of your shirt, adjusting jacket sleeve. These are small costs that create a significant visible difference. Fit first, everything else second. After fit, address the color. Higher achieving men tend to default to safe neutral, gray, navy, black. That's a solid foundation. I'm not telling you that you need to actually throw everything away, but if every piece in your wardrobe is the same tone, the overall effect can be actually flat, too basic. Not what you now that you what you need is that you need a one accent color that works with your skin tone and environment you actually moved in. Not a statement piece that only works for the one occasion. It's a versatile tone that added a dimension to your existing wardrobe. 2 or 3 pieces in that color, the accent color, is enough to transform how the outfit actually works for you. Now, here's just something that I want you to really hold on to. There's just one more layer inside the address step, and the most men completely overlook. And it's the piece that actually make this whole system stick long term. Step number 3 is achieve. This is where the system pays off. And I want you to be clear about the goal of this achieve step actually is. It's not to have the perfect wardrobe. It is to have wardrobe that works the decisions for you. So you're not spending mental energy every day figuring out what to wear. You are walking out the door consistently already operating in your best. To get there, I want you to build I call your core 5. These are the 5 versatile pieces that form the backbone of your daily wardrobe. They should work across the multiple settings and they should mix it easily with each other. For most high achieving men, the core 5 looks like this. One well-fitted pair of navy trousers, one navy sport coat, one white button-down shirt, one denim casual shirt, one pair of brown Oxford shoes. These aren't the only items in your wardrobe. They are the foundation, the pieces everything else built around it. And here's the reason this approach works at highest level. Barack Obama, Steve Jobs, and Mark Zuckerberg all publicly talked about wearing nearly identical outfits on a daily basis. The reason is not the lack of style or lack of resources. They can afford it. They can afford the full closet of a wardrobe. It is a deliberate, conscious decision to protect their mental bandwidth for high-stake thinking by streamlining daily decisions. Your core 5 does exactly the same thing. It's not a uniform, it's a strategy. Now, here's the piece most men miss inside the achieve step. The thing I mentioned earlier that makes the whole system stick long term. Your wardrobe needs to be reviewed, not just built. Every 9 days, I want you to run mini audit. Check what's worn out. Check what's not being used. Check what gaps have appeared as your life and work have evolved. Your wardrobe that's actively maintained is far more powerful than one that just built once and then forgotten. So here's the specific action that I want you to take right now. Before you even finish the video, set 90-day calendar reminder on your phone right now. Label it wardrobe review. That 15 minutes every quarter keeps your system sharp and stop the slow drift back into closet chaos. Small maintenance beats big overhaul every single time. And here's the science that backs all of this. Research showed that concept called the enclosed cognition found that the clothes you wear don't just affect how others see you. They directly influence your own psychological states and your performance. When you dress with intention, you think you can act with more authority. The outside shapes the inside just as much as the inside shapes the outside. That's the entire premise of this method, and the research confirms it. Here's the bigger picture that I want you to live with. The outside method, audit, address, achieve, isn't just a one-time project you complete and then check off the list. It's your standard. The men who show up with a consistent, sharp image aren't necessarily spending more money or more time on their appearance than any else in the room. They've simply decided that how they present themselves is a part of how they operate. It's not an event they prepare for. It's a baseline they maintain. When your wardrobe reflects your level, something shifts. Confidence, the client notices differently. Rooms responsive differently. The opportunity to find you more easily. But more than any of that, you notice yourself. You can see yourself in the mirror that how great you look, and that boosts confidence instantly. You carry yourself differently when you know you look the part. You walk in the room with a different kind of quiet difference, and the confidence you can feel for yourself. And that intentional shift is a real return on this investment. That's what all of this is actually for. So let me ask for this. Which of the 3 steps do you need to focus on first? Audit, address, or achieve? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. And if I see the pattern in the where most of you are, I will build the full dedicated video around it. You now have the complete outside in method. Audit, address, achieve. 3 steps that take your wardrobe from reactive and random to intentional and sharp. And if you want to go deeper, if you want personalized guidance on exactly how to apply this to your specific wardrobe, your lifestyle, and the image you want to project, book an image clarity session with me. The link is right below this video. It's the fastest way to get from where you are now to where you want to be. The men who attract a high value opportunity and the ones who show up prepared at every level, including how they present themselves. Your wardrobe is a part of your brand, it's a part of your message, and it deserves the same level of intention you bring to everything else that you do. So before you go, tell me in the comment, which step are you starting with? Audit, address, or achieve? Let's build this one together. Thanks for watching. I will see you next one. Have a great day.